Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aziz Samuel Abdul Aziz Boubaous. I'm the CEO and founder of the whole Wealth Group, from Wealth Consulting to Wealth Corporate to Wealth Estate. And in today's video, I will share with you a real, raw week in the life of the CEO here in the UAE. Today, we will take you with me so you can see a lot of calls with our clients and you will learn how to get the right bank accounts, get the right residency, set up the right companies and how to grow and protect your wealth. And tomorrow, we will take you with us, with our team, because we are in Abu Dhabi for a few secret meetings. So let's jump right into the video. So which offer did we send to him?
It was about the UAE setup mainly.
Is Vincent?
Yes guys, so this is King Abdul Vincent, Sultan Vincent. Our #1 person in sales. The main issue is the banking that we solve, and you have local banking in maximum 5 days in the US. And it's not just that you have the banking, and you can try to research how to get local banking for your company as non-US citizen. It's impossible. I'm in this market for 10 years and I still didn't find one other company who can solve it. There's nobody on the market.
That's your USP. Let's just be, you know, I like to be honest and clear. All I said about what I thought about the amounts, I told you honestly, but it's also true that you're the only company I found that does this. So that's also fair.
But even then, when I got the bank account and then I left the US, boom, account restricted. After 2 days, I thought I've put all this money on this account, spent 3 months here, and now this account is restricted. Why? Because I logged in, obviously, outside of the US, and overall, these banks don't like it. But that's why we have our private bankers in Chase and also in other branches who work with us so that we don't face these issues, because they only work with our clients who are all non-US citizens, non-US residents. Okay guys, so here we are in my office room at the Emirates Towers. I mean, you already know our beautiful location. You have DAFC, Burj Khalifa view, Sheikh Zayed Road, Palm Jumeirah, World Islands, Jumeirah Bay Island, Jumeirah 1, Jumeirah 2, Jumeirah 3. Here at the Emirates Towers is where all the government is. And I have, I think, 8 calls today in total about all kinds of clients, all kinds of solution, and every client needs a different solution. And that's one reason why I called our whole group not Wealth Corporate or Wealth Estate. The main brand is Wealth Consulting. Why? We always start with a consultation, and I really try to understand our clients. Where do they want to live? How much money do they have? Which clients do they have? Which business do they have? What are the future plans? Where do they want to invest in the future? And only if I understand all this, then we can create a holistic solution. And I obviously have the big advantage that I lived through all this for over 10 years. I traveled the whole world. I lived in all these locations. I have companies and residency and banking in all these locations. So I'm not married to one country. I just find the best solution for you individually, holistically, for your setup. And behind me, you can see my favorite jurisdictions that we are active in. I still like Switzerland for a lot of European clients. Why? If you have your business in Europe, for example, you need good European banking. And Swiss banking, if you structure it right, with the right banker, with the right banking relationship manager, it still gives you a lot of asset protection, and it's not the regular banking that you know from Europe. You can even set up a trust in the Cook Islands with Swiss banking, and it's still very private, very secretive, anonymous, if you do everything right. UK is a good solution for some clients who need a tax-free UK LLP. Obviously not the best residency program anymore, but a good European company. And that's always important for you to understand. If you have most of your clients in the US, you need a US setup. If you have most of your clients in your business in the UAE, you need some kind of UAE banking. And the same is still in Europe. And most of our clients are in Europe, and many times they just need some Europe solution, tax-free with good banking. That's why we have these 2 jurisdictions. Saudi Arabia is more and more developing. Right now we only offer the green card, the premium residency program, lifetime green card, not more. Singapore, obviously great, especially for banking in Asia. It's great also because, for example, I store a lot of precious metals there, gold, silver, platinum. They don't see it as assets, so it's fully anonymous and obviously extremely safe. It's the #1 financial hub of Asia. UAE, I don't need to explain you why UAE, basically good for everything. And the last country that we have on our list is the US, and that's why I positioned this flex here, because these are my two favorite jurisdictions that we operate in. I think around 40% of our clients get residency in the UAE, golden visa, buy real estate here, have personal banking here, and a lot of clients have, for example, a foundation in the FC. Because with this foundation, you're not the official owner of this foundation. It's full anonymity, you're protected, and you can buy assets in the Middle East. On the other hand, you can also set up a trust in the US to buy assets in the US. Obviously, company setups in the US are the best. It's still tax-free, anonymous for non-US citizens, non-US residents. It's ultimate banking with Chase, JPMorgan, and around 70% of all our clients set up some kind of structure in the US, because you can use the setup for almost everything, and we just take care of everything. Then we have some more solutions like the Thai Elite Visa, for example, or the Thai LTR Visa, because you can still live completely tax-free in Thailand with the right setup. And I know all these jurisdictions, I know all the ins and outs. We have our team everywhere, and that's how we can help our client like nobody else on this market. There's no comparison. All these other people are honestly a joke. So let's start with our calls. So let me explain you the 10 different clients that we serve for today, so that you can get an overview of what we are actually doing and which clients we help and how we help them. So the first client makes 250 million euro revenue with real estate in Europe. He needs $300 million in funding. He needs to get out of the German tax system. He needs help with operations, building a team, systemizing his business, and potentially a joint venture, and we can obviously help with it to get out of the European tax system. I grew up in Germany, I got out of the system, and we help him with building a new setup. He also wants to expand to the US, which is obviously then perfect and even more easy with funding, because you have banks, you have private lenders, all options in the world from our network and our team. The next client also does real estate in Bali. He needs investors and structures for asset protection. That's where we help with offshore companies, trusts, and foundations. The third client is doing e-commerce. It's our ideal client because we have e-commerce experience and we can help you to build the ultimate e-commerce setup. We were already setting up for him the US LLC, the local banking with Chase, JPMorgan, and also Bank of America. We helped him with payment processing. It's our next USP because I know the owners of 10 different payment processing companies. That's how we can get you payment processing in a few days. And compared to Stripe, you don't need to worry that overnight your account gets just restricted or something. You don't need to worry about it at all. That's why I love e-commerce setups that we build for our clients, because it's solid banking, solid payment processing, and you don't need to worry about anything. We are even building our own payment processing company, which is ready next year, inshallah. And then we also help him with US investments, private banking, and so on. The next client wants to invest 200 million dirham in UAE real estate, wants to get the golden visa. He needs private banking, either with Emirates MBD or ADCB or First Abu Dhabi Bank. And he also has some questions and needs assistance with the money transfer from his company to the UAE to do everything right. Easy for us. The next client has a UK setup and he needs tax optimization, and he's working with us in a 6-week consultation program. The next client has a big family trust, but it's in the wrong jurisdiction. So now we come in and just do things right. The next client, and this is definitely ideal, wants to build a huge manufacturing company here in the UAE. And there are a few setups where the UAE is definitely the best solution. Many company setups, US is the best solution, but for other company setups, UAE is the best solution, especially manufacturing. Why? You have the full tax exemption, 100% tax exemption. The government is heavily supporting manufacturing. You have Emirates Development Bank who's supporting manufacturing companies. So you have support from the bank, support from the government, tax exemption, because the UAE wants to be the new manufacturing hub. So we help with the manufacturing setup, we help with the money, we help with finding the right warehouse and everything around it. It's an ideal client and definitely an ideal setup. The next client also was choosing an ideal UAE setup, and he's setting up a trading company and another finance company here in the DIFC. And that's the next thing where UAE is definitely great, and this is just all financial activities. That's why we have DIFC here. So everything from headquarters to holdings to banking services to trading, it's all ideal in DIFC. And then we have one more client with a crypto company. This is something which is definitely more difficult. So if there's somebody out there promising you to set up a crypto company in 1 week with banking, it's definitely not true anymore. To get the crypto license, to get the right banking for crypto companies is more difficult. But we have all these jurisdictions. As you know, I have one crypto exchange company in Lithuania, and I'm setting up more crypto exchange companies, and the payment processing company is in progress. And so I have the experience there, and we do this on a daily basis. Just important for finance companies that you expect that it will not happen overnight. It takes some time, but we can help you and assist you with it. And when it's a complex structure with manufacturing, with headquarters, then we just invest some time. We don't pitch you directly on the full setup. We research with our team, we spend our time here. Right now the team is driving around, talking with government, finding solutions. That's what we do on a daily basis. That's what I'm convinced of. So now let's continue with the next calls. How are you, brother?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. You were hyped yesterday already for the call, right?
وهي الزادة للسفر الطويل تبلغ بالقليل من القليل.
Today we are doing a podcast here with the best team in the world, Mr. Vincent, Mr. Donald, President, and Maxi. And you can see the podcast on the Wealth Consulting channel, so subscribe to the Wealth Consulting channel.
Are you making a video or picture? Video, perfect.
So now we drive to Bluewaters Island.
Is it your first time here?
No, I've been here actually a lot of times. First time I was here was the first time we visited Samuel in Dubai.
Yeah.
And he took us here to Porsche, one of his favorite restaurants. They really have good food. And
There's a car inside.
A nice place.
We are here at Porsche in Bluewaters, joined by the team, Mr. Donald, our president, Maxi, and Vincent, having some mastermind here. And a lot of our clients come from our main competitors. I don't see them as competitors. And there are certain reasons why they say, hey, this is special about you guys. This is why I want to do everything with you, from banking to real estate to residency to payment processing. Maybe every one of you can just summarize in 2-3 sentences what you think, what are the USPs from your perspective?
Yeah, 100%. So one USP is that we done it by ourselves first. We're not talking about something in theory. We done it by ourselves. You back then left the country, put up an international structure for yourself, for your asset protection, for your business growth. You are an entrepreneur who scaled multiple companies and made a lot of money himself. And now you're helping people with the same challenges you've been facing before. So I think that's one of the main points.
So like Vincent said, we walk the talk. So it's not just about talk and what's written in the paper and how it should work versus how it actually works. So one other advantage I would say is that like we have all the different connections. Let's say, for instance, for the UAE, somebody's going to say, oh, I'm going to try to do stuff on my own. And they don't speak Arabic. And then it's a big hassle. And we have Hani, unfortunately, who isn't with us today. But he has all the connections, he speaks Arabic, and he can actually make your life way easier.
Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest USP is something that I touched on earlier already, is that we do tailored solutions, right? We don't only look broadly, how can we help someone? You need a UAE setup, you need a US LLC, whatever. We see your situation, how does it work in real life, and we see how we can execute it for you specifically. So that I think is the biggest USP, and I also hear it every day in the consultations that people at the end of the consultation are very, very happy because we really take time to talk about the topics that are important for them and take the fear that they have. And I think that's the biggest USP. And I also know, because I myself also left Germany a couple of years ago, and when I informed myself about these topics, no one really talked about my situation because it was special. I'm a German American, which has a different tax situation than just a German or a Polish person, right? But that's why I didn't like it. I went into the consultation and I told them my situation, and they gave me something that wouldn't work for me. And I know even at the end of the consultations here, people, even if they don't become customers, they say thank you because we help them in the consultation already for their specific situation. They're happy about that. That's the biggest USP.
I also want to say something. I must say, this is Porsche. It's a really nice restaurant, and I really like the food here. It's really great. So, see you.
Today is a new day, and today we are here in Abu Dhabi in Saadiyat Island, one of the best places in the whole UAE for living and investing. We have a lot of important meetings here today, but before I take you to these meetings, let me show you a show villa here in Saadiyat Lagoons, because it's definitely a great place, so let me show you around. So a lot of people say, hey, Dubai is really westernized right now, and maybe that's true, and it's good for Western people, but I always tell, for example, to my Muslim friends, hey, Abu Dhabi and Sharjah are definitely still great places for Muslims, and you can already see it's the same style of the whole villa. Why? Because you have a separate entrance. So here's the entrance, and you can just invite your guests directly through this entrance, or even better, there's a separate entrance for this room, so you can invite guests and they can just hang out here. Oh, Donald is surprising us. He's already waiting. What are you doing, bro?
I'm learning about the Ottoman Empire.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, that's nice.
Pretty good. From a different perspective.
Oh, nice. Yeah, guys, I'm a big fan of the Ottoman Empire. Even I'm reading about Ottoman Empire every day. It's nice. And you can see a lot of Islamic history, nice books here in this villa. So let's go to the other rooms. Yeah, so finishing what I wanted to tell you guys. So Abu Dhabi and Sharjah are definitely great places for Muslims, for families. It's definitely quiet here. Abu Dhabi is definitely more expensive than Sharjah, but it definitely offers you great lifestyle because you have in Saadiyat Island probably the best beach in the whole UAE, and it's definitely a great investment because Saadiyat Island is limited. So you have the best beach, then you have the Louvre, then you have the Guggenheim Museum, and then you have all kinds of amenities, so it's a great investment. This villas here start around 7 million dirham, so it's still affordable, if you want to see it as affordable. You have a great garden. And guys, this is just a show villa, so you don't have to be directly at the stadium, just for you to know. You don't have a pool here, but still great space. And again, it's just a great location, Saadiyat Island. I really, really love this place. Modern style. This is the dry kitchen. On the left side, you have the wet kitchen and you have the maid's room. Not really interesting for today's video, but overall, just great space. A lot of natural light, surrounded by greenery, double height ceilings. So let's just go up to level number 1. Saadiyat Island is developing, but Abu Dhabi is already now officially the wealthiest city in the world with the largest investment fund in the world. Every year one of the highest GDP per capita in the world, and every year one of the safest cities in the world. So it's overall a great city, and I will explain you more. For now, you see we have 5 bedrooms in this floor. We have 1 more bedroom downstairs, so definitely more than enough space for you and your family. And this is what I love about this place. So let me show you one of the master bedrooms. So most people obviously move to Dubai because you have all the possibilities and opportunities, right? The great banks, the great company setups, the great community. But Abu Dhabi offers almost the same. Of course, Abu Dhabi is more old money. So a lot of times when you see a wealthy person, this person is really wealthy and not just pretending to be wealthy, then of course, here it's just more quiet, more religious family values. Of course, a lot of people come just to visit the Sheikh Zayed Mosque, for example. Then you have the same amount of great free zones. Instead of DAFC in Dubai, you have ADGM, Abu Dhabi Global Market, which is a great free zone for financial companies and for holdings and for foundations. And then you have a great airport now. The airport with the new terminal is absolutely great. It's probably the best first-class lounge that I've seen in the whole UAE now, and you can fly with Etihad, the residence, to London, to New York. So overall, great flight connection and just a perfect infrastructure. This combined with these beautiful beaches and a lot of cultural things that you can see and that you can do in the desert. Not that much beach clubs and party entertainment, more really religious, family-oriented, education-oriented. That's why I really love Abu Dhabi. So yeah, the room is actually pretty simple. Of course, like I told you, we have 6 bedrooms here, which means these bedrooms in this show villa are just a little bit smaller. Maybe later on we can show you another show villa here with bigger master bedrooms. Pretty simple design, but I like it. But still, it looks clean, nice shower. So it's definitely a good place. So this is called an affordable villa here in Abu Dhabi, starting from 7 million dirham. So I really like the structure of these villas. Why? Again, like I told you, there's the main entrance, but you also have a separate entrance for guests, which gives you additional privacy. And then you have a lot of space here for your cars. And then you have this long way to your garden, but at the same time you everywhere have some entrances, and also you see that you can't really look inside the villa, which gives you a lot of privacy. And that's just what in real Muslim places where they pay attention to, that you have a lot of privacy, that you have a separate entrance. So it's definitely great. And you can see, especially in the garden, it's natural grass, not artificial grass. And Abu Dhabi is overall just natural. Because if you look at this mangrove tree park, if you look at Saadiyat lagoons, it's all natural with a beautiful beach, with perfect crystal clear blue water, and overall it just really feels natural in Abu Dhabi. It doesn't feel fake. People are overall really friendly, and it's more quiet compared to Dubai, and that's why I definitely love it here. So this could be the garden of your villa, and you see the villa is surrounded by your garden, which is definitely great. Here we have the other show villas. They just have different structures, but they are all in the same price range. And yeah, definitely good investment, because I always think, okay, what would happen with my investment in worst case? And where do I have the highest ROI, and where do I have the highest appreciation? And if you choose a limited place like Saadiyat Island, where everything is sold out extremely fast, where you have the best beach, where you have the Louvre, where you have the Guggenheim Museum and another museum, where you have school, university, great restaurants, is it a place where people would always like to live and where they are willing to invest a lot of money to live there? Yes, and that's why it's a safe investment. And Alda is a great developer. The same for Palm Jumeirah, for example. And that's why I just really like to buy something beachfront, because it's a great investment, or something in a perfect community. And if you look here at Abu Dhabi, they offer this perfect communities. Even not talking about Saadiyat Island, and just looking at Yas Island, where you have Formula One, where you have all kinds of great things. These are just two great locations here in Abu Dhabi, and it's definitely a big recommendation. And this can be a garden of you, but let me show you the beach here in Saadiyat Island. So we got scammed a little bit today. It's full construction mode, as you can see. Even the beach is blocked, but we will find a good spot to show you the nice beach. So here you have the Zayed National Museum. Then behind me you have the Louvre residences, and behind these residences is the Louvre. So also the Louvre residences were obviously a great investment. Here they are building right now the Nobu residences, which will be definitely great. And there you have the Guggenheim Museum. And then here we are in Mamsha in Saadiyat Island. We have a long promenade with perfect restaurants. They just finished this last constructions here, but we will find a good spot to show you the crystal clear blue water.
But how would like the cook? Medium is fine, because this is very cheap. Yeah, they only third. 4/3. If you would like two, this is 1,100 pounds.
بأسه حل بكفر إننا منتصرون لا لن يطول البعد عن نصر ولن نرضى بغير النور في الليل هدى لن ننطفي أبدا لن ننتهي أملا إنا كبرق في السماء جاء.
So we arrived here in our final destination. Right now we are here at Al Maya Island at ADGM, Abu Dhabi Global Market. So you can see it's actually quite nice here. It's almost the same like DIFC, Dubai International Financial Center. So it's a great place here for all kinds of financial activities, banking licenses, fund management, trading, to set up a foundation for asset protection. But overall, of course, it's just more calm, more quiet here. We had some confidential meetings that we couldn't show and share with you here on YouTube, but it was definitely a great week, and the sun is going down, so I think we just finish our vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and if you want to learn more about how we can help you to grow and protect your wealth, then just go to wealthconsulting.com, book a call with us, and I would say see you on the call, see you in the next video, or see you in real life.